Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanillaraccoon and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Build. In this video, I will be teaching you how to build the small medieval house that is right behind me, along with the small courtyard just beside it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing to your new home for entertainment, but make sure you have notifications turned on so that way you will not miss another upload. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get our build on. Now before we begin, I want to point out that we are going to be building within a 5x5 dimension, and then we're also going to dig 2 blocks deep. However, for the outer ring is where you're going to be filling up the 2 deep spaces with stone blocks. However, only in the center are you going to be laying down 1 layer of stone, and I'm going to get to that later on in this video. So to begin, we're going to place down dark oak logs vertically so that we can begin to create our support beams. And then once we go ahead and place them 3 tall, we're going to begin to lay down our horizontal support beams, and you can do so just like what I am, or if you want them to face the same direction, then feel free to do so. However, when I get my build on, I like to just have fun with it and do something like this. Next, we're going to take our spruce wood planks and we're going to fill up the walls, and then later on we can worry about where we're going to punch out the door frame along with the windows if we want to have any of that for the base of this. But since this is going to be a small medieval house, I think we're going to do so. Next up, we're going to take dark oak logs once more and we're going to place them on top of one another so that they are 2 blocks tall, and then right in between them we're going to take spruce wood planks and create a 3x3 grid just like this. And once again, we are not going to worry about punching out where the windows will be at. We'll do so later on once the overall structure is complete. So now you should have something that looks like this, where we're going to have our vertical support beams going a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks up. And then in between the vertical support beams at the bottom, you should have a 2x3 wall. And then on the second floor, you should have a 3x3 wall. So now we're going to take our dark oak wooden stairs and we're going to begin to place them down upside down right above the horizontal support beams that are sticking out. And we're going to do this on all 4 sides. Next, we're going to begin to create the overhang. So we're going to take our dark oak stairs just like this, and we're going to begin to do this pattern on all 4 sides. Now, you can go ahead and begin to fill in the spaces and on each wall as you continue to go around. But for me, just so I can keep the flow nice and steady, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the spaces when I go back around a second time. Okay, so now we're going to take a step back and just do a 360 around the build so we can make sure that we don't have any spaces open and have any blocks or stairs missing. Everything looks fine. So next we're going to take our dark oak stairs and we're going to begin to place 3 down in front of one another just like this, and then we're going to do this on the remaining 3 sides until we have them intersecting at the center. We're going to take 1 dark oak wood plank and place it at a center, and then right where we have the spruce planks exposed, we're just going to replace them with dark oak planks, and then we're going to fill in the space just like this, and we're going to repeat this on the 3 remaining corners. Okay, so now that we've gone ahead and done that, we're going to begin to work on the interior. So wherever you choose the front of your small medieval house to be at is where you're going to punch out a 2x1 hole in the wall. Then we're going to begin to lay down the flooring with our oak planks, just as you see right here. Now in the far back right corner is where we're going to place a normal stair, and then we're going to take a temporary block, place it down, and then we're going to begin to create our stairwell once more take a temporary block, place it down, and on top of it place a stair, and then you can go ahead and remove those temporary blocks, and you're going to see why in just a little bit. Now we're going to take our oak stairs and we're going to place them upside down just like this. Now you should be able to walk up and down the stairwell, and you'll notice that the ceiling is going to come down right above our head, so we're not going to have that much space to jump, but for a small medieval house that is perfectly okay. So now we are going to begin to work on the furnishing. We're going to remove these 2 oak planks right here, and we're going to place down 2 chests so we can get 1 double chest, and then in this corner right here we're going to place a hopper that's going to shoot right into it, and then on top of that hopper we can go ahead and place a furnace. Right beside it we can place a crafting chest table, and then in this corner we can go ahead and place an armor stand. Now right here I'm going to punch out a window so that way we can begin to have some lighting come into the place, and then right here on the front end of the house and then on this side as well I'm going to remove some more planks, and then right here I'm just going to drop the bed. Right up top here I'm going to place 1 spruce log, and then I'm going to take some torches and place 1 at the top of the stairwell, place 1 at the bottom of the stairwell, and for the most part that's going to do it for the interior furnishing. Next, I'm going to begin to work on the courtyard that is off to the side. But before I go ahead and do so, I'm going to take my spruce door, place it down just like this, have a button on the inside so we can push it and let it open automatically. Take a button and place it on the outside, so then if we were to rush inside from the hostile creatures that go bump in the night, we can go ahead and press it and then seek safety within our house and not have to worry about checking to see if we close the door behind us. So the courtyard is going to be something that is relatively simple, and it's going to start by taking stone brick blocks and just placing them along the vertical support beams that we placed at the beginning of this video, and then right above those stone bricks we're going to take stone brick stairs and place them down just like this. Then we're going to just scatter them out like this. Now this is a little tricky because this is where I'm going to say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now generally what I like to do is just begin to place down stone bricks all at once, and then wherever I see fit is where I will place 1 or few with cobblestone blocks just like this. And then to continue the mix match pattern, a little variation if you will, I'm just going to begin to sprinkle some cobblestone blocks and stairs along here just like this. Now you don't have to place them down in the exact way that I am doing so, but if you would like to, then feel free to go ahead. Again, this is a matter of beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What looks good to me may not look good to you or someone else, but at the end of the day, as long as you are happy with how it looks, then that is all that matters. Then to finish things off, I'm just going to begin to add a little depth and detail into the courtyard wall, as you can tell by placing down stairs and then a slab on top of it. And I think for the sake of it, I'm going to go ahead and just place down a stone brick stair with a stone brick slab on top of it. Now returning to what we used for our furnishing, I went ahead and took a furnace and placed it down in the corner, and then a crafting chest table right beside it with a chest on the other side. And then I'm going to take 2 chests, place them down right along the horizontal dark oak slabs, and then I'm gonna actually have to grab some slabs that are of the spruce variety, and I'm also gonna have to grab some trap doors. You're gonna see why in just a moment. If you heard me bump my boom shock mount, I apologize for that. And we're going to take our slabs, place them right beneath the double chest. We're then going to take our wooden trapdoor, place it alongside here, prop it closed or open I should say, so that way it looks like we have a piece sticking out that will keep this from falling over. And then there you go. You should be able to have access to it, and then you should be able to have access to the furnace right beneath it, along with the crafting chest table and the single chest right beside it. Now if you're like me and you want to go ahead and do some subtle landscaping, then you can take some bone meal that you acquire from bones, and I am actually going to be using dark oak leaves here. However, if you don't want to use dark oak leaves, then you don't have to, but what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to begin to place down some leaves just for some subtle decorational pieces. Then we're going to do something like this. Take my bone meal. This is also going to help me figure out where I want to place down some leaf blocks, because wherever I see one too many of a certain type of flowers, that is where I'm then going to just remove them and in their place down some leaf blocks. So for example, we have azure bullets. We have 2 right here. So instead I'm going to remove them and then in their place lay down some dark oak leaves. And then right here we have some dandelions. I'm going to do the same thing, and even though that's not close to the original 2, I'll go ahead and remove it just like that. Now right here we have a variation of flowers. However, the common color would have to be on the lighter side, so I'm going to go ahead and remove those 2 different types of flowers and then place down some more leaf blocks. Now we do have 1 too many yellow flowers in this case, so I'm going to go ahead and remove them just like that, and then there we go. Now lastly, I'm going to go ahead and take some window panes, and so I don't have them currently saved through the presets, so I'm just gonna have to quickly grab them right there. But then you can go ahead and fill in the spaces just like this, so that way you don't have to worry about it getting a little cold at night and then tossing and turning in your sleep. Now the one thing I forgot to do real quick as I make my way in here is in this open space right here, you can go ahead and take a upside down not a dark oak, you can take an upside down spruce stair, so that way you don't have an empty space just sitting there. And then we can go ahead, come up here, and if you would like to do some more interior decorating, then feel free to take a painting, and at the top of the stairwell go ahead and place a 2x1 painting right here. In this case it's going to be featuring notch, and then for the most part that is going to do it. Now if you want to get rid of these ugly spaces right here, then you can just fill in the spaces with whatever you choose to. However, in this case I am going to use spruce planks just to keep things relatively simple. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you can create this small medieval house with a courtyard off to the side of it. Now before I go ahead and end this let's build, I would like to point out that I went ahead and added a little more variation into the walls. As you can tell, we have a mixture of mossy cobblestone along with moss stone bricks, and I even took some more dark oak leaf blocks and just sprinkled them within the pathway. And to add a little variation to the color palette for the pathway, I also took some coarse dirt blocks and just sprinkled them in. Again, that is a matter of beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What may look good to me may not look good to you or someone else, but at the end of the day, as long as you are happy with how the build looks and what you are using, then that is all that matters. So if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing to your new home for entertainment, but do not forget to turn on notifications, that way you will not miss another upload. As always, you guys have been awesome. My name is Vanillaraccoon. I would like to wish you a happy day and peace out.